I wanted to make this video to talk about some of my top productivity hacks. Now, my biggest hack is to hire a virtual assistant. This is the thing that actually straight up tripled my productivity. Other than that, some other things you can do are having really good tools. I remember when I first quit my corporate job, my computer was kind of crappy. Every time I'd move the mouse, there'd be a delay. That's another big thing. Have really good tools that you're working with. Recently, actually in the last few years, something I've been doing is every week I plan out my entire week. Every month or so I plan out the month, and then every Sunday I plan out what I plan on doing the week. And then the morning of or the night before, depending, I actually write a list of what I'm gonna do, and I only do those things. I only focus on those things. Another thing similar to that is I have one computer, this computer right here, is just for work and not for play. And then this one, my laptop, it's supposed to just be like my fun thing, but I do end up doing some work on there. But the main idea is when I'm on this computer over here, all I do is work. And so I don't screw around, I don't watch YouTube videos, I don't mess around on Facebook or anything like that. It's 100% just being productive. And that's a tip I got from a guy named Eben Pagan. And the idea is you either want to be fully on or fully off. Now that is debatable. There is some benefit to sometimes I just lay on my couch here and I write some scripts. I do things that are kind of relaxing and fun. Maybe the TV's on in the background. I don't usually work with the TV on because to me that's distracting. Another tip I have is to work in sprints. And I mean this in a few different ways. One, when you're working, what I like to do is work for 50 minutes straight, take a 10-minute break, go for a walk, get outside, do another 50 minutes, and then take maybe a 30-minute break. And keep in mind, the human brain isn't meant to run marathons as far as work. It's meant to go really hard and completely relax, take some time off. And in the past, I think a lot of people in the corporate world, they'll sit down for 4 hours straight. First off, that's terrible for your body. Your body is not meant to do that. But the reason I wanted to make this video was a different productivity hack that I have. And it's how you can turn fear and anxiety into actual productivity. And right now, I'll be honest with you, I'm supposed to be checking yesterday we did a test run for my company, a test run for my new product, Performance Nut Butter Cacao. And the manufacturer tested it to see if it's gonna work on the machines. Now I need to check my email. That's probably the most important thing that I need to do today is checking my email and seeing how that went, which as a quick side tangent, that's another really important tool for productivity. Figure out every day, what is the one most important thing you can do? The one thing that if you do this, it's gonna make everything else easier. It's gonna make everything else irrelevant. An example of this might be if you can do something that raises the amount of money your company makes, for instance, then all the other issues aren't that big of a deal because maybe the other issues you could hire someone to take care of them, whatever it is. So focusing on what is the one most important thing that you could get done in a day can be really helpful. For me right now, it's the one thing that I'm avoiding, and that's checking my email, responding to it. That's the only thing that really needs to get done. And that there is a tip in here that I want to give you is sometimes those things that we're really afraid of, you can actually use that to your advantage, and you don't necessarily need to do it first thing in the morning. Sometimes you can kind of hang that over, you can hang it over yourself. That way, right now I'm doing this video. I'm being productive in other ways. I have other things I'm doing that things that used to be scary to me aren't as scary as checking my email. So I do those in the meantime to fill the gap. Now that's not ideal. Obviously ideal is to tackle whatever the most important, the hardest task you have. But sometimes there is a benefit to stacking up some wins. So I film this video really quick. I do one or two other things and I feel good. I feel like I'm on a roll, and then I don't feel so then I can answer the email, respond to it, and have some big success with that. But I'd still say my number one tip for productivity is hiring a virtual assistant. And I did do a video on my other channel about how to hire a virtual assistant. So you can click on that video and check that out.